And with that, I'll go ahead and do the demo.
Can you see it? Whoa, we should quit right now while we're ahead. That worked. That was way too smooth. That was just, all right. It's all yours, Elizabeth.
Okay, so as mentioned earlier, if you're logging in to the website using your One Health Port site, this is where it's going to take you. It will bypass you through the registration screen. And this, for some of you that has not used the site before, one of the things that we've added last year is actually a dashboard. We have providers that what they do is they wanted to check eligibility and benefit beforehand. So one of the things that we've added is we've given you a dashboard. If you check eligibility and benefit a couple of days prior to the visit or the day before, you have the ability to flag that member, and the next time, the day of the visit, you'll be able to open it up and you'll actually see the member information here. Now, let's say you check the eligibility and benefit a couple of days ago and for some reason there's some changes. When you click on that member link that you flagged a couple of days ago or a week ago, it will automatically refresh it based on the real-time information. Okay? And then, okay, so click on patients and then search patient for eligibility and benefit. And here what it does is that it actually gives you the day, the actual date of when you're checking eligibility and benefit. That defaults that date there on the calendar. Now, if you want to check eligibility, we can only, like previews, you could check eligibility 2 years previously from the day of when you're checking it. And then for future, you could check eligibility up to 30 days from when you're checking that particular member eligibility. Why 30 days? Because in case there's some member gets terminated or there's going to be some issue, the employer group is only liable to pay for that member's services within the next 30 days. Okay? And then for this site, you're able to check up to 10 members at a time using the member's social security number. I know you're not supposed to be asking for social, but we have members that does not have their ID card. So if you put in their social and you use their date of birth and or combination of their last name and first name, when you actually click on search, it will automatically give you their Cigna number. Okay? So you could search by date of birth and the patient's last name and first name, and then also the Cigna ID and the patient's first name and last name. So we click on search. And based on what you were searching, this is actually what you got. For terminated members, you'll be able to get an actual termination date here. If for some reason you wanted to check that member's benefit prior to the termination date, all you do is change this to whatever the date of service is, and it will give you that member's benefit from the time that they were still eligible. I'm going to give you the detail for one of our members that's a Choice Fund member. So for you to look at the detail, you click on this link. And then what you do is that this is basically your eligibility and benefit screen. You'll be able to view coverage details. The estimator that I was talking about to kind of understand what the member's out-of-pocket is going to be, you'll be able to run it through eligibility and benefit. And behind the scenes, while you're doing that, it will automatically check the member's eligibility and benefit as well. You'll also be able to view claims for this particular member in this field. Now, you'll be able to see the details, so the ID number, the account number of the employer group, their coverage, the name, and what type of plan they belong to. And then here, it will give you the details. So it will tell you what the relationship, the gender, the date of birth, and the relationship. Is this the employee, is this a spouse, or is it a dependent? And then if you want to be able to view coordination of benefits, you can click here, and it will take you directly to coordination of benefits. Now, I wanted to point out coordination of benefits is only as good as what the member tells us. But one of the things that we're doing, like for example, through our customer service or when sales are doing their employer meetings, this is one of the things that they tell members that this particular information is needed by providers, so we would like for you to go to mycigna.com, which is a member's website for them to update, Or if we have members calling customer service, this is one of the things that we ask them, so we can update it as well. So it will give you, let's say they have a different insurance, it will give you the carrier's information and the effective date and when we verified it. Okay? Another thing is that for the plan level deductibles and co-insurances, this is one of the things I know a lot of you are actually looking at. It will give you accumulators. So the day of when you're actually viewing it, it will give you what was the start amount, how much have they met for that particular day, and what's remaining. And that would be both if they're in-network or out-of-network. And then also for reimbursement accounts. Again, you wanted to also understand, okay, do they have a reimbursement account? How much is remaining? It is now available there as well. One other thing that I also wanted to point out, if you're one of the ones that wanted to know, let's say a member needed to have some type of a procedure and you don't really have to, you don't want to go through like the pre-auth process, one of the shortcuts that we have available for you on the eligibility and benefit field is under notification, referral, and pre-cert requirements. This medical management level, this is actually a level that's being purchased by the employer group for their members. So if you look at medical management level PHS, what this means is that outpatient pre-cert does not need any authorization, but all inpatient pre-cert will need auth, okay? If for some reason you have a member that would say PHS plus, what will give you is that it will tell you that outpatient pre-cert would need, outpatient services would need pre-cert. And for you to be able to view if that particular service needs a pre-cert, there is a link here that will take you to our resources page and give you a list of services, outpatient services that needs pre-cert. Because not all of them will need a pre-cert. Okay? Skilled nursing, if any of you would like to understand, okay, I have a member that I need to put on a skilled nursing facility. Does the member have that benefit? How many visits does the member need? So what you do is that we have our skilled nursing or short-term rehab. If you click on that, it will actually tell you what the copay is going to be, and then if that particular member has specific number of days that they need to meet for skilled nursing facility for that year, and it will give you that information here. Okay. Rick, do I have time for Q&A?
You know what I think we're going to do is we're going to have Stephanie present, make sure, and then if there's time left, we'll take questions on both, okay? Elizabeth, thank you very much. So I'm going to invite Stephanie Figueroa from Primera to come up. And once again, we're going to swap out machines here. So if you'll be patient with us for just 1 second, that would be great.